Thank you for giving me this game, Supersonic Source, and thank you for doing the multiplayer games with me, Metronian.
When I make these videos, I like to pull on the nostalgia strings a lot, you know, like... nostalgia.
Now I might think, Nintendoland, really? That game's nostalgic for a ton of people? A game that only sold 5 million copies?
Well, 5 million copies on the Wii U is like... God, basically.
The Wii U didn't sell well, alright? That's what I'm getting at.
This intro was boring, let's do the review.
We're going to be looking at all 12 games in random order, so if I jump from Balloon Fight to F-Zero, don't get mad at me. This is Nintendo's excuse for not making an F-Zero game in like 20 plus years.
And the game uses very odd motion controls with the gamepad.
It's like this. It's weird.
Oh, I'm distracting myself.
Along with a face cam that half the games use for some reason. You try to go through each track 12 times, each with different obstacles.
Oh, look at me go.
Every time, obviously. It's kind of addictive, but once you complete it once, it's kind of like, why would I ever play this again? Still fun though, 8 out of 10. This is the only non-Nintendo themed minigame, and it seems so out of place.
Who had the idea to put this game in here?
I love whoever did though, because this game is super fun. Fire the ninja stars like this, and then reload like this.
Oh!
Progress through each stage that progressively get harder. This game is really addictive and has a beautiful art style. 9 out of 10. Whenever something Nintendoland related comes up, I always see this minigame.
I don't know why though, cause it sucks.
Just steer the Wii U gamepad right to Donkey Kong, but don't have too much fun, cause you'll die.
I just want to go fast, but it never lets me.
I know what you're saying, you're like, well, it's a puzzle game, you're supposed to think it through. Shut up, you're a nerd.
I thought like the Zelda one would be the puzzle one. No, the one with the frickin' monkey.
Plus you have to blow in it. 3 out of 10. I love Balloon Fight, man.
Balloon Fight is a top 5 NES game for me.
This isn't saying much because this is a Wii U game and the other one was an NES game, but this is better than the original Balloon Fight for me.
Just a touch more spice for this one.
Use the touchscreen to guide your balloon guy throughout the days. That later on gets really intense and honestly really challenging. Just look at this. This is level 1. But it suffers just like F-Zero and gets repetitive after a while. But it's still an 8 out of 10. The Yoshi one is the most lackluster out of all of them. Collect the fruit by drawing a line on the gamepad. But the twist is that you can't see the fruit at all on the gamepad, so you're just kind of guessing where it is. It's not bad, just lackluster and repetitive. 5 out of 10. How does Nintendo mess this up?
How do you mess the Game & Watch game up? Like, oh, we need a Game & Watch game. Put in a rhythm game. Like, what?
Dude, just recreate an old Game & Watch game. But no, something also just feels off about this one. Like the controls just suck for some reason. You know what I'm talking about when you play this game. Just, it feels off. The controls suck. It sucks. It's lackluster, repetitive, boring, and the controls suck. Easily the worst, 1 out of 10. I've never gotten into the Pikmin series, but I could tell that this is a really good job of representing the Pikmin series. The main objective here is to go through the stage fighting off enemies, and it's broken when you have friends with you. Just look at Metronian beat the living crap out of this thing. Speaking of crap, you can turn into crap in this minigame. I only completed the first level, but I still had a really fun, relaxing time playing this one. It was a nice 7 out of 10. Mario Chase is pretty good. You're literally just a toad trying to catch Mario, who's running away from the toads. It's pretty simple. It's pretty repetitive, but the graphics and looks are beautiful in this one. I don't know, there's just something about that Mario charm. Overall, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh my god!
In Luigi's Mansion, you try to catch the ghost, and the ghost is the person using the Wii U gamepad. It's a lot more fun with 5 players, so there's no stupid robots just like doing 360s around the house. If the ghost catches you, you lose a life. But if you catch the ghost and loses his health and just kind of runs around, Luigi will eventually run out of battery, which means that the ghost can guard near the battery, setting up some strategy.
It's complex, there's strategy involved, and it's fun with friends. It's a classic, good ol' 9 out of 10.
Despite the Animal Crossing series being really relaxing, this minigame actually is not that relaxing. You gotta put fruit in like these weird cup things while the police, I assume, are trying to catch you. If you get caught, you lose a life. You have 3 lives, you get the deal.
The controls in this aren't that good though. You control both police officers with the right and left stick, and apparently the controls with the Wii Remote aren't that good either.
And there's weirdly a lot of adrenaline for this Animal Crossing minigame. Overall, I give it a 6 out of 10. This is like the Nintendoland first-person shooter, and I love it. You just shoot bogoblins, but it's kind of weird because you can't move around, and the only way you can look is by using motion controls with the Wii U gamepad. I could tell this one is very hardcore, and probably the hardest if you want to complete all the missions, because I was struggling in the first level. It also didn't dangle tutorial in my face like the entire time, so that's a plus for me. But the control is also pretty crappy, so that's going to bump it down to a 6 out of 10.
Ground battle.
Are you serious? I hate this game so much. This is an automatic deductive 5 points.
We eventually played this game single player, but I don't have any footage for it because my phone ran out of storage.
I want to do a video on this mini game in the future, just like stand alone. But in order to review, it has good controls, it has lots of complex levels, it's really fun, it's an automatic 10 out of 10.
I really enjoy playing through Nintendoland. There is so much charm and just fun, and it nailed the party slash theme park slash arcade theme, which I loved. I hope it gets a sequel. It'd be perfect for Switch, like most Wii U games. And yeah, that's all. So I give this game a good old 8 out of 10. Another thing I just wanted to quickly say that I brushed aside in my Nintendo Power video is that we recently hit 100 subs, which has been huge for me because that's when you kind of throw on your YouTube big boy pants and start to do stuff more seriously and get more views. And I've noticed that I've got a lot more views. I don't want to say too much. This is unscripted, obviously. And just stay tuned and keep watching. And thank you for subscribing and commenting all your lovely things, you beautiful people. So I guess I'll see you in the next video. Have a good rest of your time, whatever you're doing.